Hey guys, welcome to HunterBBQ live stream. Today is the combat drill. I think most of you are really busy with your combat drill. And yes, I'm doing the same thing just to try to find any targets just to gain some point. You can check my combat drill is super new. I didn't do anything, but it's those collecting resources. So it's easily to pass those level 1. I think everyone easily to hit those 1 millions, but you still need to do some of the actions. If any one of you doesn't want to travel to any city or try not to find any enemy, or you can't find any enemy, definitely you can do some trick like you make your base become a truck. Then you can ask someone else from your friend just to let them kill your truck, and you kill their truck, but definitely not to kill until less than the red bar, because you swap your truck, I mean your base HP, and then your base will recover about another 10 hours. If you have a lot of member that is farming, you can ask them just to remove their unit from their base, so you can take their base HP away until the HP is down to like yellow or red, then you stop. Or if you have war, better not to do this, just to focus on your enemy, but you 100% know that you are in the farm village, and you can swap that just to know both of you having the point, and then nothing really lost because you do not kill each other base. Then your base will recover over time. I think my base take about 10 hours or 8 hours to recover back to 100%. Since we have nothing much to do if you are farming, so you can definitely do that. Or you can ask some farmer just to remove their troops from the base, so you can take their base HP, but definitely do not want to kill them, because you do not want anyone to waste their elif just to come back to the positions that they was left. I think these are quite good things and quite a good trick that combat drill, because combat drill was about 20 millions to max out, but now it's just 1 million, so definitely can do this trick with your own alliance. Then you do not even need to find anyone or find any enemy to trade off, but you can just focus on your own alliance. Just to everyone do this like every 10 hours. You can do this 4 times, like 2 days. You have 24 hours, definitely can have 2 times max out your base, and plus 1 more times that is your base already max out. Full HP till tomorrow, you also have another 24 hours. So it's about 5 to 6 times you can trade off one guy base if you able to do that, or maybe you can trade like 3 times, like today and tomorrow's minimum. So this is quite a good advice for anyone that doesn't have a target, and you can do that. But definitely you need to leave the alliance just to do that, and also please tell your teammate that you are doing that, so that no one get confused and no one get complain why they get attacked, and not to worry and not to panic, because you're not going to kill their base, just to lower the base, just to get the point from the base that will recovery. Nothing will lost, no resources have to be paid. So I try to jump to this city just to have some friendly match, and just mainly to gain point, because I think most of you already know that I always try to find point whatever that I can, so that I have fun for whatever reason. So that is what I try to do now. Right, so let me put my base somewhere here, so that I can start to work something out, instead of having a boring farm city that we have no target at all. So definitely we have to always find some friendly match or whatever point that we find on those what I call that, on those target. Mainly just gain some point, and maybe sometimes we have some fun instead of just point. Or maybe you can take this opportunity for some training as well, but anything just to play by the game. So I have a question from this King L. Question is, what is the best unit M? It's M. I think M, the best one was the martial watch until most of the recent changes. I think now the best one supposed to be Liberty. The reason why is because I'm not sure I have that. Liberty mediums, I have one. Because Liberty mediums have the fastest moving speed, if there's somewhere right that. Based on the last time, that should be right there, but now it's not there, or maybe somewhere here. I'm not sure where they write, because the Liberty mediums have the fastest moving speed. So most of the mediums, they work almost the same, but the red one, I mean the martial watch, have the skill to heal. But that one is when you're out of the combat. Like if someone continuously hit your tank, then you won't get that heal. But you are out of the following combat, then you will be self-repairing. Instead of some officer have that kind of skill that give you 1% of healing. This skill is definitely working the same like the martial watch mediums. Let me show you. It's like a check. It's the skill. It's definitely 100% same to the martial watch medium. But the best one supposed to be Liberty. First thing is because you can have Liberty buff stack up. Secondly is because the moving speed for Liberty troops. That is one of the reason. So I hope that I get your answer. So now I will try to get some point from here. But before I start, just let's put some tag here just to make sure no one get very confused what I try to do here. So let me put a tag here. Make sure get things correct. Not to make any mistake. I don't think it's the best one. This one is hard to kill. So let's kill this one for whatever reason. Okay, wait. I think I have some mistake with that. Because if you check, my officer is not the best setup. I need to change that. And I'm not on the siege setup. I'm on the defense setup instead. That's why sometimes we have to be very careful what we try to do, because what we try to have actually it's not very big difference, but as long as we have a maximum potential and maximum output of damage, why we do not want to use that, since the game is set up that kind of way for us. Definitely we want to make sure everything is set up to the maximum, even though it's not changing a lot, but that is what we have to do, because everyone just fighting for extra 5% buff, extra of 2% buff, or even 3%, or even just 1% buff. That is what everyone try to do. That's why little things, everything is very, very important. I heard the airlift, yeah, more and more XYT know this is city that we can ask for combat drill points, so they just join. I mean, everyone just enjoyed it for points, so no big deal, I would say. Now my teammate try to do what do you call that, synchronized siege together. That's make me can't retreat my super heavy. It's one of the problems, but in the end we sieged out. I only lost one super heavy, so no big deal, I would say. Instead of we should have something more to lose. I think him and me, we can work it out to siege out this guy as well. Hopefully that guy continuously to stay offline. But now we have a problem, is that what's the problem? The problem is that we are stealing each other point. That is the problem. So hopefully we get to that point that we're not going to steal everyone point. But we have to do that. Never mind. I mean, we are family. I don't mind to share points as long as my buddy. And of course, I need to find more ways to find more points. Now he's not doing the synchronized siege with me, so my super heavy dies super quick. I have to a retreat. Now he do the things and I have to back it up, but I think it is very late. The party is over. That's why we are not paying the attention and everything just go down too quick. That's why I would like to have a B2B setup instead of having this kind of synchronized attack with 2-1 or 1-1. Because our super heavies no longer can do this kind of trick. We only have to adapt to those swamp thing like a teamwork, or you have to do a B2B and then take a little bit more time just to get anyone down. But I think that's still fine with the game setup because this enemy is 50 over millions power. So if you are so easy to take him down like a french fries or like sandwich, just one bite gone, I don't think that is fair. That's why you need a little bit more loss, a little bit more contribute, a little bit more about sacrifice to trade off some of the strong enemy. I think that is logic and also fair to those really have power and their defense is not very weak. But like you can see, I'm just siege down 131 level guy. Then I already have this kind of 30k point. I think so. That is very easy if we just swap our teammates base. I think swap 3 to 5. Then definitely we already hit 1 million point. We get all the rewards that we can even stop. You can see everyone not even past the mark yet. But this guy tried to get 3 millions, but I'm trying to get there maybe now or maybe later. So everything's trying to work out. Okay. This is a more easy target to siege down, but I'm not sure. Should I work on it or not? But let's take enemy one by one. I also want to take this guy down, so let's do that. Now, always get the weak enemy first. The reason is that those weak enemy is super weak when they are offline. But once they are online, even though they are weak, they are very annoying, and they still can contribute some. Become your problem. That's why if you can take out those easy target as soon as possible, they are no longer become your threat. Then you can do whatever you want and then stop. That is a good point. Better than take out the weak one first, because the strong one you have to take longer times to take down. That's why I always try to work something like that. So now let's put my super heavy here and try to move one grid and the facing become a little bit better. Wait for the line to make sure he kill my super heavy instead of kill whatever I have. And then after the skill go off, then I just do the B2 things, get back. So even though I still lost about 2 super heavy, that's why B2B is still the things, but I'm not having a whole squad of my super heavy go down. At least I have just 2 going down. And I have a medical kit I'm not using just now, just because my super heavy is so weak that if I use this a little bit waste. Anyway, this guy tried to do another coordination attack again, but my super heavy is just too low. I can't do that with him. But once I have my full troop again, then I can definitely take that with him. One push away, but my super heavy might go down half size maybe. But it's something like speeding up the process, or try not to do that. I mean, you being slow but you die less super heavy, or you being fast but you die a lot more super heavy. That is something that trade off. I mean, both is not harmful, because in the end we give some point to our enemy and we get some point from our enemy as well. I mean, that is win-win situation. Instead of you just kill those enemy with all their troops, and in return we doesn't give them anything at all. So I think that's still a little bit freebie, just to give our enemy. Like this one, I die my whole super heavy, but I trade off some of the troops because my teammate got split with me, so I can't take all of the kill that I should have. I think that is not the problem for now. As long I can get some point, then I can try to win the UN as well. But I also try to do correct B2B, but this member just following me that I have to respect him to do some coordination attack instead of I try to be selfish and take everything on my own table and just eat it without look at everyone else. I think sharing is still the key, but you can see my super heavy is very weak now. I'm not sure whether he wants to continuously to wait or not. Now he realized, so he tried to back off a little bit more. Let's trigger my archeries. Oh no, okay, I can drag it at least, but why I can't move this great? It's a little bit weird. So now I trigger this one as well. That way, trigger this one. So I can move this one to this one. Alright, my super heavy is almost to the size that I want. And this guy is just a little bit too far away for B2B because my truck is blocking him. So let's do the recall of my truck so I can put my truck somewhere else. So we can move his base a little bit further. So when you notice this kind of thing, if you can do anything else to help out, just try to do. So he can no longer complain my truck is blocking him instead of try my best to do everything correctly. So this time I will just look at my super heavy just to use this medical kit to heal my super heavy just a little bit more. Definitely I can move here and do the things. So let's do something like this. So I can move my super heavy to this side and move my super heavy to another side that become facing to the enemy side. I'm not sure is it really lame to just move your super heavy here and there. After the tank hunter test, I think the armor might work on all around. They do not apply the left, right, or the rear one, even though they show there and tell you that. But I think the armor is like working whatsoever. I'm also not sure how the game works sometimes, but that's the experience that we have when we try to have some testing and that's just work out that way. So now I have to use the medical kits just because my teammate tried to coordinate attack me. It's the best time to do a heal. Then I no longer have anything to do the heal again. But we really almost siege down this guy because we have additional help. So now let's siege down some of this archery. I got my archery siege, but I mean, trade off some kill is always good. Yeah, finally I die one archeries and die one super heavy. So this guy gained about 2 kills from me. I think he deserved that instead of he have nothing from both of us. So let's move our base back to that 50 million power so we can work on him slowly. Just to make sure the coordination is good so we doesn't sacrifice too much. At least we already trade off about 30% of this guy. So 1 time is 30%, so 3 times is about 90%. So definitely we can do better than that and trade off him like another 2 times maybe. That's the target that I want to make it on. Look at battle report. This time we just trade off about 12 die because I have 1 super heavy that worth about 8 personnel and 1 archery is worth 4 personnel. That's total of 12. So now my party try to come over, so I have to wait for him to come and try the coordination attack. And let's do something like this. So it's very easy to complete the mission. But what I try to aim is the top one because top one give us a 40 extra statue. But I think you already noticed that I have 90% maybe. For the ground one, I have only left White Wolf, not working on her because she's not the one that I want to work. But definitely that other also already max. Definitely I have a statue to max him, but I choose not to because just gain about 1% additional with 100 statue. I do not even think that it's worth, and I do not need the moving speed for my archeries. That's why I not do that. Maybe I try to bump one of the Air Force officer. I already have the bomber max out, and the new officer of the Air Force also coming, so that might be the case. I have to consider what to max on the next one. That is why I try not to do anything too quickly this time, just to make sure that I have an option after that. So I think my teammate is a little bit slow. No, he also go in. If he go in, that is a huge problem that I have to do a recall, because my super heavy going super fast going down, and I try to stay there as long as possible. But you can see my super heavy go down, I have to retreat, otherwise my archeries go down without reason, and his super heavy can't hang that. But it's like, you know, just one more hit, he's died. If he willing to stay with the his super heavy, definitely we can kill that, but you have to do that. Then we kill it. I think I can let him take all the enemy troops this time, because he tried to work that out. So I also try to let him take some of the good rewards instead of I try to take whatever I have. If I try to attack now, my super heavy just one unit there is super weak, so it's not a good idea. Now he try to do that, and I do coordinations. So make sure I not to steal any point from him, because he also tried to do a contribution. So let's get back our troops so he can have a full meal with there. He try to eat. I can put my super heavy for him to tank if he want. So ask him to kill. So at least he can kill. This is a 5 grade, so definitely you do not want to mess with that one. So let me do something like this, just to make sure I kill those 5 grade. But I also get his archeries kill, because his archeries is in the range, and somehow my archeries got die, and this one is the 5 grade that I didn't see it correctly. That how get us both killed, because we are not on the correct picture. So now let's do something like that. I put my archeries out this time to be very serious, that just to kill him one time, instead of I'm not sure what I'm doing just now. It's very stupid, let's say. So let's kill this one, the strongest one. I die even more, but I think it's okay just to fit some of the point. Now my super heavy also starting to die, but I move my super heavy away. Okay, do this one. I'm not sure why my party doesn't want to get any point from this full meal, but maybe he's also tried to be nice to me. But in the end, both of us also have a lot of sacrifice, more than what we should have. But you know, it's combat field. Everyone just think about trading point instead of you know, what we lost. So I don't think it's very big problem, because we are not in a real fight. Just swap some of the point when we need, and this guy just blocking the way that I try to put the B2B. Otherwise I can put somewhere here, so I can do the B2B, but this guy just block it, and so I have to be very far away from the B2B positions that I can put, but I can't. Let's put somewhere here instead. Alright, so normally I try to do the solo what do you call that, combat drill event, but this time we have a little bit more interesting plan or events that we are coming up from XYT maybe. Definitely I'm not the one to suggest that, but we have that in common. You can see there is a lot of the alliance. I mean, this is the top 2 alliance in server 2. They have 10.5 millions, and XYT currently have 13.5 millions, and the third one is like 9.3, and the fourth one is like 7 millions, and continuously become very low. So until the top 6, top 7 below is all not very active alliance anymore. So we are trying to fight those top 2 alliance, I would say. That's the case now. Let's see, this one, is it strong or not? This one is another 50 millions. I think that's very scary that I think I'm not going to trade him anymore this time, because that is a little bit just just too strong. Instead, so let me swap to a defense setup now. So let me do something of this just to make sure I have a defense setup instead of I have an offense setup. Alright, so this is the current defense setup that I want to have. And when I try to use defense setup, this one, yeah, just let it stay this one. Definitely I can just swap this Angel of Light to become this Guardian, because when my super heavy stay inside my base, definitely I need more attack power instead of more health. But when I try to siege, I let the Angel of Light try to make my super heavy more tankier. That is what is the logic for. But I also expected someone will try to come over and attack me. So let's do that for now. So now there is one very interesting that I try to do, is that I have to go to another city. Let me try to find that city. I think I get into the wrong city, but I might just find the city again. Right. Alright, so we are back to the scene. Can read this one correctly. Yes, this XYT-CC. Currently we have 3% building on it. I think I pressed the wrong one. We have 3% building on it. I think one of them, this next guy is just AFK. My party just try to help me, but he just stand there. Three of us, let's see what is our profile. I think this Warpath is 55.6 million power. I think this is TEF3, TEF4. I'm not sure is it Y or what. FR, the father, the fry. Oh, not sure how to spell, but definitely it's like TTF is their group name. So this guy is about 47.2 million power. I'm currently on 75.8 million power. So we are 3 guys try to defend this new build CC that need to build up at like 6 hours. Do we want to wait for 6 hours just to build a CC? Yeah, maybe we want that. So at this point of time, what we try to do is like, yeah, we try to build a CC here, then we can burn something next door. And so instead we try to get into the enemy so deep and get let them kill us because we are so deep inside. Then we try to create some of the burn here, burn there, build here, burn there, and then they have to come here and try to save their village, or they have to jump in here anywhere and try to say that, hey, I do not want to let you build your CC, even though I know your CC won't make it done, because who will stay there like 6 hours just to build a CC? Everyone just build a CC like 45 minutes or an hour, or maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes. I think that is what logic to have a CC build. But this time maybe a lot of people is sleeping. Like we just siege down like 2 to 3 enemy. They are AFK, so no one really care about that. Maybe I have to siege this guy down since have nothing to do. But definitely I can't do it alone. Otherwise I do it like field trip. And yes, we have to abandon one of the CC because XYT CC is just too full, and we have to abandon one so that we can have these new events that we have for combat build, because we want to have more fun before we go into another server things. But at this point of time, there is nothing much I can do unless I want to do some what do you call that? The field battle skill. That means I have to go in all the way so deep to enemy territories and then let them kill my troops. And you can see I only have artilleries. Definitely everything's moved so slow. And my pace is super weak without any defense. I do not want to risk that because I already placed a CC here. If I make my base weak, then what is the meaning of this CC, you know? And someone else came and Kuraka, I think he also, I mean, everyone just wants some coin for a last coin and enjoy the fun, because everyone just asking where is the fun, where is the combat drill, where is the enemy, where is the target, where is the point. Everyone just look at the point. They don't even care who is the enemy, who is the target, is it troublesome or not, is it far or not far, whatever. As long as there is fun, everyone just join. This Kuraka got his base siege down. I'm not sure what happened to him, but definitely he is here helping build a CC, and we save about 2 hours. We down to 4 hours from 6 hours. So I mean, one base is really a big difference. If we have another 2 to 3 base, so we might down to like 2 hours maybe. But at least I'm trying to start something, and I try to be here and do some live stream and see what's the response from our enemy. Because this is the fun of both sides try to do some response, because this used to be the old style of any server they try to fight. When someone try to build a CC next to your territory, the basic and the normal response is go there and kill them, go there and stop them from build, ask for the team and put the tag and say that invention team is there, enemy is there. Everyone wake up and try to kill the enemy now before the things get too late. Yeah, that's the case. When we inside the Moscow or when we inside the level 4 city, everything's a little bit different because we no longer can airlift to the CC. We have to crawl over to the CC, and that's why sometimes we want to make a plan, but not everyone can crawl or walk or move to the place that we want to move in time. And that's why the level 4 require more planning, more organizations, and more organized and management things to plan out how you can move your members to somewhere else, hidden or underground, just to make it work out. But you can see I should have a ATG from last battle, but I try to swap that with this artilleries because this is a full defense setup. If anyone try to swarm me, I can have 4 artilleries to work on it instead of one ATG just to kill some of the tank. Because tank basically can't kill your base. Most of the damage is coming from the artilleries. If you not believe that, I can just show you the report. You can see we have tank. The tank do about very less damage, and artilleries definitely is like 100. I mean 10 times, 30 times, or 50 times of this tank. You can see because we not even have an officer to put the skill. Because Jack and Angel of Light, both of them doesn't do damage, but they do healing. But I mean, every time you siege target, you can check your report to see which one is the most damage dealer that you have. If you have tank and you have some artilleries, you will see your artilleries always work out 3 times to 5 times better, or even like 10 times better than whatever tank you have. Maybe light tank, heavy tanks, or medium tanks. Definitely their damage is super low compared to your artilleries. That is compared to the base damage. But tank, they are mostly do some field supports. They are kill any enemy trying to move crossover. Like now, if I try to kill any enemy inside their territories, that is how your light tank shine, and like how your medium tank will shine, and like how your medium tanks can move across the battlefield and try to siege me with some swarm, because super heavy just so slow. The super heavy can't defend my artilleries when I try to move in. That's why we have a different setup based on different usage and different battlefield that we want. Mainly my style is for this defensive, and this guy just asked for this group things. So let me try to send him my super heavy so that he can make the group to be successful, and so that what I can say, we should have this one instead of that one. That one worked too. So we have an airlift. Finally, the enemy is here, so let's start the fun. That is what we all waiting for. I think the enemy will kill this low guy. Yeah. So we have an enemy next to a very low guy, and that's definitely the case. But let's see. We have another try to jump there, so there's no point for me to go and save him. First thing is that I try to move my base, I will get myself killed if someone try to jump on me. Secondly, this guy base is just too low. I mean, just one hit is die. Definitely have no way to save him. Even though you kill your enemy, you just kill him like one whatever, you know. So not trying to risk my whatever to go there and kill those enemy, because there is nothing much I can do. But that's now create another problem, is that this enemy stand on my CC, and I can't do the building things unless I remove him. But you can see more and more enemy try to jump in here. So if even though I try to move my base to there, I might not kill them. You know. Instead of getting myself killed and more enemy jumping in. So I don't think I need to be the aggressive side, because I can stand here all day long and wait for no one try to kill me. I think that's worked well. Unless someone try to kill me. All I lost is this CC, but you know, it's not end of the world. We can just build another CC again. As long the fun is going, everyone gain some point. I think that's fine, but I think this is really focused on some of the training, because you can see a lot of name on those enemy. Alliance definitely is very familiar with those inside XYT as well. So sometimes it's very confuse me with those names, like, you know, they pop in here and pop in there, and sometimes you just look at if you just look at XYT, we are down to like 240. So we have 15 people missing in XYT because we was 255. So I mean, everyone just try to do everything so randomly. So maybe they join some alliance just to gain point. Now they see XYT is a most potential to gain point, so they, you know, join the other side, and so they can play something like this. And now I can play something like this because he's trying to activate my teammate base. But also a little bit too stupid, you know, because I should let him activate my teammate base before I try to do anything else, you know. Now someone jumped next to me. That is how I say you should be very, very careful, because yeah, that is the case. Now this guy tried to use this light tank to fight me, so definitely I have to do something like this, just to chase his light tank away. This guy definitely is a low guy, but his power is still good. And now we are very away from my party. I can't help him. He's on his own, so let's see how my party defends. I think he can kill those super heavy. He's doing quite a good job. But this guy also take my party down to 18% or maybe 15% down. Continuously he can take down my party. 55 million power, and this pasta is about 42 powers. I mean, he's low. But I was seeing him about 50 million power. Whatever. I mean, this become a one-on-one. At least he's not got surrounded. That's why I say that the fun is always there, as long as we try to have fun. That's one thing that I always try to say. Now enemy just try to play around with me, so I will try to play around with him a little bit. Wow. So this guy also tried to play with me, and that guy also tried to play with me, and everyone just tried to play with me. I think that is fine. As long I have the correct response, and it's all about what do you call that? All about how you respond and your. Okay, so he tried to do something like that. I tried to do something like that, but I land my skill. That is perfect, I would say. Just to make sure I have to land my skill. And now I have to do something like that and do something like this, and somehow I got kill his light tank, but I got some of my whatever die as well. And this guy is very annoying because he's continuously supporting his teammate. Let me try to skill charge a little bit wow, and try to do something like that. Yeah, so he run away, but I land my skill. Definitely that is painful. If continuously I do something like that, he will cry, I would say. Hopefully he get to it. And this guy stand outside thinking he have the advantage. So let's pay him a little bit visit. Now he's scared as well. I mean that's fine because it's like 3-on-1, you know. So we have more and more enemies jump in instead of XYT. I think XYT only like alright. We have 3 last standing. Might work fine, might not work fine. So this guy tried to do something like that. I tried to do something like this, and I tried to do something like that. So definitely I have some of my archeries charged the skill already. So if anyone try to, you know, attack me, all my archeries will do the job, you know, just do the job. Yeah, so I save this and try to kill this one as well and save this one. I'm not saying it's the best one, but I swap some of, I get some of this one, I get some of that one, here and there a little bit more and there. After I land the skill, I kill almost his whole squad, and now more and more target come to me. A little bit scary, but you know, I always like to trade like, you know, 1 to 3, 1 to 5. I got some die. Who doesn't sacrifice for the win? But at least you have good trade. In the end, you know, my point is going up. That's what I want. I already have a millions, even though I don't siege anyone. That's the things I want. More action equal to more points. Now they try to do the swamp thing. I think this swamp thing is very hard to defend. I should be the next target, I would say. Yeah, that's the things that we have. So all I can say, what I can do now is look at my party and say, sorry, I can't help you. But that is what I can do now, because we are just far away from each other, and I got surrounded by, you know, enemy as well. So I can't do the things. So definitely something like that. But no, he have something else. So let's do the retreat. And yeah, finally I remember I have a bomber as well. So why don't I use my bomber? You know? And he saved that. That's something like that. So my bomber is swap over, not die quickly. Okay, I'm not sure it's worth it. Let's do a trade. I have to find some of the weak target to kill, because my bomber is very weak, I would say. Now they try to coordinate some of the swamp team. So what I can do is like try to do my best to defend. That's the only things that I can do. Instead, nothing else I can do. Yeah. So this one is very weak. So let's kill it. So he tried to do an emo. I would say it's perfect time because I am you. So finally your archery die, because you give me the emoji like you know, a signal ask me to let's kill you. You have some fighter, definitely I want to save my bomber, because more and more fighter trying to jump out. But my buddy try to kill this fighter. I think that is good trade. So let's continuously do some of annoying things. They're already having most of the team to set up to siege me down. I think definitely I can swamp. Can spawn some of the Raven, but I think too late to do that. Before I should do that, but even though they can just clear those Raven and set the base next to me, and maybe they will they might kill my party first before they kill me. And XYT just left 2, so this CC is like 99.5% dying. Yeah, that's the case now. More and more fighter on that particular area. Definitely I do not want to risk my bomber, but now those guys move away from the fighter, so I can try to have some chances, but also not trying to let my bomber die. Now definitely we can have some BQ because the fighter is just too far away. So we can continuously kill this whatever, but I need to a little bit focus because more and more enemies try to surround us, me. So let's do this one. Yeah, it worked out. But I would say because I'm the full squad and he is not the full squad, so definitely I have upper hand, I would say. So let's my archery land some of the things and now more and more enemies try to play. Okay, so they try to surround my base, and that is how I should try to do some things that I should do and try to save my archeries. Save my super heavy as well, but also try to kill this archeries that's super weak. So let's move it back. You can see at least my bomber continues doing some of the, at least it's very weak damage, but it's killing something instead of I try to do nothing. Alright, so finally someone activated my base, so I can do something like this just to make sure I kill their archeries instead, and try to kill some strong one as well. So I have my archery style a little bit well, but definitely I can defend it nicely, I would say. So let's do that as well, just to make sure I kill that. My base go down. I think this is a little bit too much for my base, but I would say I still defended quite well. Maybe not. But this is the new game. Everyone get used to it. Like when you get swarm, basically nothing much you can do. But just let's check the battle report just to make sure that we have everything work out. So you can see that is a little bit disappointed. I killed about 800 over. I died about 200 over. I think this is what I should not be the end. But this is the result, so I have to take it, even though I do not like that much. Definitely my base is down, even though like everyone say my account is very strong. Everyone got siege down when we got swarm. All we can do is like try to defend as much as we can. Other than that, nothing much we can do. And we are about 3 guys. Like one guy is AFK, and then the other guys got siege down, and then got one more guy just very low and got siege down as well. So now this CC die, and the enemy have a swamp team ready. Definitely a jump in have no purpose unless we have more XYT show up, and we can try to do the things again when we have XYT to show up. Otherwise there's no way that I can gain more points. So at this moment I also need to wait for my base to recovery. So let's use the assist and make sure my base gets some recovery. And what I can do now is try to find some more target that next to me. Whatever target is perfect, I would say. If there is no target, then unfortunately I have to wait for my base to recover a little bit more, then try to airlift somewhere else, try to trade off some of the point, and so that we can continue to progress our combat through. But I do this target. This one's supposed to be a target, but this one a little bit far and a little bit too low. That have give us no point, not enough point for trade. So I think I just too far away. Definitely no anything is can be hunt, because these all those are farmer alliance, so they do not have anything strong. 29, but it still give very less point. Yeah, that's the case, I would say. You can see from the assist is up to 10, like, you know, not a lot of XYT really online at this moment in time. So we have to wait a little bit more. I mean, sometimes we frustrated about no one online, no one support to you. I mean, in the end, we don't really lost anything instead of that CC. But if we are not placing that CC, then we won't have an enemy come to you. So I mean, it's like we give the CC point, and the enemy, you know, also give their airlift to airlift over there, and we take some of the point. I mean, let's look at the report. I mean, 200 over to about 800. I think that is still more than like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 trade off. But previously I can trade off more than like 1,000 to 2,000. You can see everyone next to me is very prepared. They just siege one by one, and all their power is a little bit strong. So definitely they are not those big guy, and mostly some of the guy is also from XYT. So definitely they know what to do to, you know, coordinations and synchronize a siege technique, because we are trying to teach everyone the same thing, and used to against our own self is working as well, of course, because the game work. That's how we try to teach it one time, and everyone use it at the same time, everyone to become a fighter instead of everyone, you know, not doing what they should do. And I'm not aware that my farmer got killed. That is a little bit funny. That's why I have a very weak farmer that I not really care. My farmer do whatever. So I think this point of time, I think most of you watching my live stream a little bit disappointed because I can't continuously do the actions. But I think most of the time I do competitive is the same. I try to jump in somewhere very crowded and got killed by the enemy. That is what I try to do all the time when I try to do those competitive. And that's every time it's work out at least some actions. And from those actions, I can also try to improve my skill. Sometimes can, sometimes might not, because you know, each time situation is different. But of course, we do not want to jump anywhere here again, because first we are very low. Secondly, it's like you alone can't clear off them, so you can't build another CC. Then you also can't kill off them. That's why nobody to go there, but we can jump somewhere else. Let's see, maybe somewhere here. Yeah, maybe you can jump somewhere here. So the benefit of jumping the opposite side is that we use one airlift and the enemy also use one airlift. So in the end, I might be out of airlift, but enemy also out of airlift. So we might be a little bit comfortable to have the war when you really fight your enemy, and you still have others teammate that doesn't join the war yet. They still have full airlift. They can jump in anytime just to support. That's why sometimes we have to consider airlift is very important when we have a real war. Instead of you try to jump here and there just for fun, and when the real war starting, then you are spawned at very far from the map. Like now, I'm spawned very far from the map. You have to walk over to the war zone. Might take about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. When you are there, then you just join the ending of the war. Everyone might just blame why you are joining the war so late, and makes no difference and no contributions. Yeah, so since I'm waiting, so let's just kill those low base, even though they doesn't give me any big point, but it's still better than I stand in my base and do nothing, I would say. This guy. So let's get my things over here. So let's check. I was thinking if there are any actions on those teammates, so we can show them as well. I think no one really wake up at this moment, so no anyone really fighting anyone. So I might have to take some of the rest time, about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then I come back to ready up. So I just put it on AFK.
I don't like to talk crap. As I said, shells don't have eyes. said, shells don't have eyes.
Jesus loves you.
They are not fighters. What's up? They fulfill my hunger. They are not fighters. They were good fighters. My job is given. Now is the time. Trust them. It's a waste of time. Go, go, go. Charge. Trust them. Ready. What? Put run. This is only a urge to kill. Ah, they are not. Trust them. This is only an appetizer. They fulfill my hunger. Trust them. Trust them. Go, go, go. Ah! They are not fighters. They were good fighters. Now is the time. Trust them. Great power and killing is in my nature. I'm on a mission.
The battlefield is a place. You need me, boy? Bring on.
Fighting. Hi.
I be.
Where does it happen?
Tell me who.
Shemyaka. Keep still.
Wi-Fi requested. Valhalla won't accept you. You told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? This is only an appetizer. There's no told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? Told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? Talk crap. As I said, shells don't have eyes. told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting? I said, shells don't have eyes. told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting?